Hey everybody, sorry I've been MIA here these last couple of weeks, got busy with some school, but all that's behind us now. Next week I'll have the Morbius review, week after we got Sonic, and then we got Ambulance. We got a lot of good movies here coming out, but today I went and saw The Lost City, which is the new Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock movie, and I was pretty hyped going into this movie. Number one, because I'm a big fan of action comedies. Number two, Sandra Bullock is basically good in everything, even movies like Bird Box, which aren't the best. It's usually pretty good just because she's in it. And then Channing Tatum, which, like I said in my review of Dog, he's a guy I didn't really used to like, but over the years, I've really come to like him a lot better. So went into this movie with sort of high expectations, and honestly, my expectations were met. Let's talk about it. I think my favorite aspect about this movie is the fact that it just gets started right away. I mean, from the trailers and everything, we were promised action and we're promised laughs, and it delivers that basically within the first 5 minutes. You know, you start laughing, you got a bunch of action, and the action in this movie, I have to say, is really, really good. I mean, I think the last time I walked into an action-adventure movie that had comedy in it and enjoyed myself this much was probably the 2017 Jumanji movie. That movie, I laughed a lot, and I thought the action was great. The Lost City right here, I mean, that basically rivals it. And the chemistry between Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock was actually really good, because when I kind of first saw the trailers for this movie, while it looked cool and I was excited to see Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock, at the same time I'm like, I wonder how this is going to work. I mean, there's a big age difference between them. You know there's going to be a romance between them, because it's one of those cliche movies where you just know that's going to happen, especially when you watch the trailer and you're like, okay, are they actually going to mesh together? Well, and they do. Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock really have great chemistry in this movie, and if you've seen the trailers, you know that Brad Pitt's also in this movie. And Brad Pitt's not in it a whole bunch, but when he is in it, does he stand out, to the point where when the end credits rolled in this movie and it was going through the whole cast and everything, you know, you got Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum, and then Brad Pitt's name comes up. People in my audience, not my audience that I went and saw this with, people started clapping just specifically for Brad Pitt. So that should tell you all you need to know right there. The other person I want to talk about is Daniel Radcliffe. He plays the villain in this movie, and he does a tremendous job. I mean, he's definitely over the top, but he's over the top because that's exactly what this movie, like, basically wants him to be. And he does a great job nailing it. And it's crazy because I remember, I think I was like in kindergarten, or maybe I was like 4 years old or something like that, when the very first Harry Potter movie came out, and it was always nuts. I remember watching all those movies and watching him age and progress as an actor as the Harry Potter movies progressed, and then seeing his career kind of develop ever since the last Harry Potter movie came out. Up until now, I really enjoy Daniel Radcliffe as an actor, and he really nailed it in this role. And really, I don't really have anything negative to say about this movie. It doesn't waste its time at all. The pacing is great. It's not too long. The chemistry between all the actors, especially Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock, are great. The laughs are great, and the action is really top notch. Sometimes when you have like some action comedy, sometimes maybe the people helming the camera, the directors maybe aren't like the most well versed sometimes, so you sometimes get like quick cuts or whatever. This movie doesn't have that. I mean, when there's action going on, you see the action, and if there are cuts that are happening between hand-to-hand combat, they're happening in a way where it makes sense to happen, so you can definitely tell what's going on. So you're going into this movie, you're going to get a comedy, you're going to get a nice action movie as well, up there with the likes of the 2017 Jumanji movie. Really, this movie it's going to be a fun time, and especially if you're looking forward to getting back into the theaters or whatever, if you're looking for something to do this weekend, a date night, bring the kids or whatever, I would definitely recommend this movie. I promise you will not be disappointed.